The following video was captured by a woman named Rosanna, who, after a good week of rest from the strange things happening in her house, suddenly started experiencing it all over again. You see, Rosanna has had to deal with some crazy, unsettling things we've already shared on this channel before, and her case is especially disturbing because she's tried several things. She's called a priest, burned sage, even sprinkled salt in every corner of her home. Yet, it's like every time she tries to stop it, whatever or whoever is inside her house becomes angry, and the activity only gets worse. For a whole week, it had gone quiet, and she thought maybe, just maybe, it was over. But then, it all came back. Watch this. You'd agree, this is a living nightmare happening in daylight. The whispering, the door slamming, the creepy noise coming from the fireplace, and then that strange red liquid. That was it for her. She said she couldn't breathe. She ran straight out of the house and checked into a hotel that same night. Now, she's planning to have that red liquid analyzed, hoping it'll give her a clue about what she's dealing with. But a lot of people online keep saying she should sell the house, and honestly, that's where it gets complicated. Because wouldn't that be cruel? Imagine passing the same nightmare to someone else, knowing what could happen to them. Rosanna said she can't live with that kind of guilt. That's why she wants to find out once and for all. Is it the house that's cursed, or is something following her? After this clip went viral, some people tried debunking it. They claimed the sounds were coming from a hidden speaker between the library and the fireplace, but Rosanna quickly shut that down, posting another video showing it's not a speaker. It's a live box internet router, and that faint silver outline people were pointing to, just the cable connected to it. Watch.
Je fais cette vidéo pour me justifier par rapport à cette histoire d'enceinte entre la bibliothèque et la cheminée. Donc non, ce n'est pas une enceinte, c'est bel et bien une livebox internet de chez Orange, dernière génération. Le cercle blanc que vous voyez, ce n'est pas le contour argenté d'une enceinte, c'est bel et bien le câble de la fibre qui est relié à ma livebox. Et derrière, il y a une multiprise qui, comme toutes les multiprises, a une petite lumière rouge. Donc je vais m'approcher pour vous montrer de plus près. Voilà, j'allume la lumière bien. Donc une multiprise, d'accord. Un câble, c'est bel et bien un câble. Le câble de la fibre qui est relié à ma box. Ok. Donc, c'est une livebox. Dernière génération, je le précise, parce que comme ça, voilà. De chez Orange. Donc, c'est vrai, je ne vais pas le nier, ça ressemble à une enceinte. Mais ce n'est pas une enceinte. Et il faut être un petit peu logique. Si j'aurais mis une enceinte, je ne la filmerai pas. Je ne passerai pas devant, je ne l'afficherai pas aux yeux de tous. C'est juste du bon sens en fait. Voilà.
Rosanna says it almost feels like the more attention she gives it, the stronger it gets. She's been receiving thousands of messages, people telling her to try certain prayers, change rooms, leave offerings, record at 3 a.m., anything that might help, and she's trying them all, hoping something works, but nothing seems to help. If anything, the activity feels like it's feeding off her attention, as if the more she tries to fix it, the more aware it becomes of her. After the red liquid incident, Rosanna started going through her older videos, recordings she'd taken casually around the house months before all this began. Back then, she hadn't taken those subtle noises or movements too seriously, but this time, she decided to look closer, and what she found made her blood run cold. Watch.
Qu'est-ce qu'il y a? Hey! Hey!
At the time this was recorded, her kids were still living with her. Even her grandmother was home that day. But what unsettled her most was her cat. Now, people had a lot to say about this. Some believe the cat might have been protecting the family, trying to drive something away. But others argue the opposite, that whatever it was, the cat wasn't defending, it was reacting, maybe to something dark that had already taken hold of the space. Now, Rosanna is starting to believe this didn't start recently, that it's been happening for a long time, long before she ever noticed. It's just that the signs were always there, too subtle to pay attention to until things got worse. After finding this clip, she called in another priest, one she'd been referred to after sharing her experiences. And for a while, things seemed to get better, and for days she didn't have to run to a hotel or sleep with the lights on. But as always, it was only the calm before the storm. Watch this. It's the way the knocking, the drawer moving, and that intense feeling that someone's right behind you all happen together that makes it so terrifying. Some believe this kind of synchronized activity means something has fully manifested, no longer needing to hide behind small sounds or flickering lights. Others say it's a sign of dominance, that whatever's there is now aware it's being watched and wants to make its presence known. But for reasons known only to her, Rosanna refuses to give up on this house. So instead of leaving, she's decided to face whatever's inside. This time, she's been referred to a medium, someone said to have helped cleanse other homes before, and Rosanna's hopeful that maybe this will finally bring answers. Then one Saturday night, around 3:30 a.m., something happened that changed everything. Watch this, and listen closely. For the first time, a voice can clearly be heard on her recording, saying a word that, when translated to English, means demon. Other faint whispers in the background reportedly say, "Come in." After everything she's been through, it's hard not to wonder if a demon is exactly what she's dealing with. But others think differently, that whatever's inside her home isn't trying to harm her at all. They believe it's a bullying spirit, something territorial, feeding on her fear, growing stronger each time she reacts. Still, how long can someone live like this without breaking down completely? Can we really wait until something dangerous happens before we call it a demon? Sadly, after another brief stretch of calm, the disturbances returned, louder, heavier, and darker. Watch this.
Ça marche pas. Ça marche.
Now, Rosanna is hearing her own daughter's voice echoing through the house, even though her daughter is nowhere near home. And lately, things have taken a terrifying turn. She's been waking up in different parts of the house with no memory of how she got there. Sometimes the kitchen, other times the bathroom, like she's losing time. To make matters worse, many of the priests she's reached out to have stopped responding, telling her there's nothing more they can do. So until she finds another way to drive out whatever's tormenting her, this remains a mystery. Now, in this next clip, a lady named Monica went to work and had one of the strangest experiences ever caught on camera. Watch this.
Alarm is still on, so there's no reason why I heard running up here. Okay, that deactivates the alarm. Oh man, I'm scared. Oh. I don't know go look in there. Oh, door keeps opening. Oh, hell no. What the f was that? The alarm was set, so there's no way anybody could be in here. It's censored. It would have. Go this way.
A lot of people couldn't shake the sound of that low groan, and some even caught a faint whisper right before she reached her cubicle, a voice that clearly said, "Stop." But what made this clip even more unsettling was the moment Monica began crying out of nowhere. According to her, the moment she stepped out of the elevator, she was suddenly overwhelmed with a deep, crushing sadness she couldn't explain. She later replied to a viewer saying, "I wasn't crying because I was scared. I was just really, really sad. For those who know me, it's hard for me to cry. I felt light, almost like something was happening to me." Many believe Monica may have unknowingly walked through a place heavy with spiritual energy, a place where lost or restless souls linger, unable to move on. Some say what she felt wasn't her emotion at all, but theirs, a kind of psychic empathy. After that day, Monica went on mental health leave, saying she needed time to process what happened. Whether this was a supernatural encounter or something else entirely, until we get an update from Monica, this one remains unresolved. In this next video, a man named Kyle heard a sudden loud noise in his house and ran out to check, only to see his attic door rattling violently on a perfectly calm day with no wind. Have a look. After seeing this, viewers flooded the comments, all saying the same thing: check the attic camera. So he did, and what that camera recorded sent chills down everyone's spine. Watch this.
Y'all are wanting to see the security camera footage from when there was motion detected in the attic the other night. And you're also wanting to see the footage from when the attic door was rattling and opened by itself. So here we go. We're going to start with the footage from when there was motion detected. And here's some footage from when the attic door was rattling. As you can see, there's nothing there either time. There was nothing. I don't see anything. Do you see anything? I sure don't. And for anybody who's wondering, it's been quiet for the last day or so. Nothing has been going on. We weren't home most of the day yesterday, but no more motion detected on the camera. Everything's been kind of quiet. So I'll update y'all if anything else happens.
At first, Kyle didn't notice anything unusual until he saw this picture and this. Also, when you look closer at this zoomed in image, it almost looks like the outline of a man standing completely still in the dark corner of his attic. The terrifying part? When Kyle went up there moments later, there was no one, no sign of forced entry, no footprints, nothing. Whether this was a person hiding, a spirit trapped in the attic, or something else, one thing's certain: the idea that someone could be in your own home? That's a thought that's hard to shake. So what do you think? Did Kyle capture actual paranormal evidence, or is there another explanation for this? I'd love to know your thoughts on this one. The following video is about a mother who thinks her son might be seeing a ghost. She has caught very deep and strange breathing sounds on the camera she installed in his room, and lately, he's been acting a little strange. But she wants to be sure she's not just overreacting. Watch. She could have brushed it off as nothing more than a toddler's tantrums, but what troubles her is how it seems to happen at the same time every single night. After she posted this clip, viewers began asking questions like, where did she get the crib? Some suggested that if not the crib itself, maybe something in his room carries an energy that could trigger this behavior. Others wondered if it could be connected to the house, perhaps something about its history she doesn't yet know. And then there are those who argue it might truly be nothing more than the baby being a baby. Kids can sometimes wake up crying or pointing at things we can't see. But when you combine the strange breathing sounds, the timing, and the child's behavior, it does make you wonder, is this just coincidence or something far stranger? This next clip is about a lady named Len who loves doll collections and has numerous toys in her house, some that her kids play with and others that just sit tucked away in creepy corners. Len is also known for her popular story times online, where she shares her personal paranormal encounters from childhood, and during these sessions, her audience sometimes notices eerie things happening in real time, strange figures in the background, unexplained noises, even knocks that sync with her words. And because she occasionally streams live, viewers insist it can all be editing tricks. One day, while home alone and joking around during a live session, this happened.
Okay, everyone's been saying, look under your sink because it's about to be a mess. Let's see. Ah! That was Chucky.
Look,
I'm playing this one. Chucky was just supposed to pop out, but his hair is moving. Holy shit. What the hell? Okay, I really get. Whoa, god damn it. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, joke's over. Joke's over. I was about to say we got haunted dolls in this house. Oh my god. Y'all probably wondering why I have my fingers in the video the whole time. It's because TikTok thinks I'm stealing content. Okay? It thinks that I'm stealing y'all's videos and uploading them myself, trying to get the I don't know, the views. I don't know what it thinks I'm doing. But I ain't. It's my video. I made the video. That's my Chucky doll in my apartment about 3 years ago. That Chucky doll I've had for like 10 years. It's never moved until I got those dolls. And then all of a sudden it moves. And people that are making videos on that actual clip have the story wrong. I did not just throw that Chucky doll under there for the hell of it. It was a part 2 to another video that I'm gonna go ahead and post it on here too, so it makes sense to you. Is the ready? Right. Okay, I need this top. This. Is it gonna work? Oh, shit. Hold on. La. Okay, it does work. Oh. Oh, that was so bad. Oh, man. Okay, so I was recreating that video because they said you could clean your pipes using shaving cream. So I put the little swizzle straw down the hole, but then after I posted that video, everyone was like, if you look under your sink, you're about to have a mess because that little hole leads to under your sink. So I was making the video like, there's not a mess under there, it's Chucky. Like, it was a joke, but the joke went south, and the dolls played a joke on me. So, like, they got me. So that's why the Chucky doll was even under there. I was playing with my followers 3 years ago, and it just went south. Bad. After that Chucky doll did that, I spent 2 hours outside waiting on my mom and daddy to come pick me up because I would not go back in the apartment. I made my daddy go in there and investigate the Chucky doll and make sure, like, I don't know what I thought. It just freaked me out and it scared me. So I spent the rest of the day until my husband come home from work at my parents' house after that. And let me throw this in here real quick. The ghosts are messing with me posting videos. Like, I know a couple of videos ago, I was telling y'all how I couldn't upload videos. Like, the ghost was messing with my electronics. Well, they're doing it again on this video. I had to get my husband's phone to record and show you. Like, I was clicking, it would not let me record at all. I had to go down the street and post this video because it would not work. And I know there's going to be some people saying that it's just technical difficulties, whatever. No, because it only does this when I'm making, like, haunted content. When I'm making stupid, silly stuff, there's no problem with my phone whatsoever. But if I try and post something the ghost done, boom. But here's the video. This is the stuff I'm talking about, okay? The phone is froze. It will not let me post videos. The ghost is messing with me. I try and upload videos and stuff, and this is the type of shit that the ghost does. Messing with my electronics.
The way the doll's hair shifted on its own, followed by the unmistakable voice of a man, had viewers unsettled. Some speculated that the voice was directly connected to the doll, almost like it was a vessel being used to communicate. Others suggested that maybe Len's long history with paranormal activity has attached something to her, and the dolls are just perfect objects for it to manipulate. Of course, people debate why anyone would even keep so many dolls in the first place, especially when they're known to creep people out. For some, dolls are nostalgic. They represent childhood or family traditions. For collectors like Len, they're works of art, and sometimes even valuable antiques. But in the paranormal world, many believe dolls are perfect conduits for spirits because of their human-like form. For a while, Len laughed these strange moments off, but things shifted when the activity suddenly stopped when she became pregnant, only to start up again suddenly. More intense than before. Watch this.
I'm home alone with the baby, and these noise keep going.
push those two, and it's going the fuck. And then this one in here keeps going off the most. I'm scared to walk in there. I'm scared to leave my baby. This, it's went off like 10 times already. You have to push the nose. You have to push the, like, I don't know, you have to push the nose, like those 3 buttons right there, you have to push. And it just keeps, I gotta check on my baby. It's also like a push button that you have to, if it like starts to roll. God damn it. That right there. God damn it. Jesus Christ. My baby in here. Okay, I'm turning on the light. I'm standing right here, I can see my baby. You have to push the nose or those buttons for it to come off.
The fact that she recently got 4 new dolls, all said to be haunted and all for free, sent speculation into overdrive. Some people think the timing is too perfect and that she may have unintentionally invited something back into her home. Others suggest the house itself might be haunted and the dolls are just convenient vessels for whatever is there. But many of her longtime followers pointed out a chilling detail. She left her previous home because of hauntings, but she also left with the dolls. And now, in a new home, the same cycle is repeating itself. It's hard not to think that this looks less like coincidence, and more like something that's following her, waiting for the right moment to show itself again. In this next clip, a couple's house suddenly started reeking of rotten eggs, and at first they thought it was something simple. Maybe spoiled food left in the fridge, a dead animal under the floorboards, or even a gas leak. They hired an exterminator to check for pests, a plumber to inspect the pipes, and even had their gas lines checked for leaks. They scrubbed the floors, cleaned out the vents, replaced carpets, and burned through endless air fresheners. But no matter what they did, the smell never went away. And soon, the odor wasn't the only thing they had to worry about. Strange, almost unreal activity started happening around their home. Lights flickered even after an electrician ruled out wiring issues. Heavy footsteps echoed down the hallway when no one else was home. And doors slammed with such force that picture frames fell from the walls. And one night, they woke to find the dining chairs stacked on top of each other in the middle of the kitchen. Something neither of them could explain. One afternoon, while the husband was at work and his wife was trying to get some sleep, this is what their Ring camera caught.
Oh, what the fuck is that? Dude. Baby, what took you so long to answer? Dude, the house smells like literally like rotten egg. Like, it literally smells like you forgot to take the trash out or something. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on with this shit. Like, I literally feel like I'm about to puke. I was just taking a nap and the house smells disgusting.
Yeah, I'll open the door. I don't know if that's going to do much, though. The door's open. I don't know. I need a fan or something. You need to get home and, like, air, like, do something in here. Did you take the trash out? What the fuck? The lights are fucking flickering now, dude. Baby, stop! What the fuck? Baby!
It's said that when a home starts to smell like rotten eggs, or worse, like rotting flesh, it's often considered a sign of demonic activity. In religious lore, demons are said to give off foul odors as a way of marking their territory, and when viewers noticed the cross on the wall suddenly shifting on its own, that only fueled the speculation. For many, the dots connected too perfectly. A foul smell that refuses to go away, escalating paranormal events, and a religious symbol being disturbed. So, are this couple truly dealing with a demonic presence like so many believe? Or is there another explanation for all of this that we're somehow missing? Sometimes when people say they don't like being alone, it's not just because of boredom, loneliness, or even fear of intruders. For some, it's because of the unexplained things they silently deal with inside their own homes. The kind of things they can't really share with friends without being laughed at or dismissed as crazy. And that's exactly how the lady in this next clip, named Leah, feels. Watch this. You really can't blame her for running because not everyone can stomach the idea of something else, something they can't even see, living in their house rent-free. Whether she later came back alone, got a roommate, or decided to leave the house entirely is still unknown, as no update has surfaced yet. But as much as many people applaud her decision to run for her life, there are others who believe staying and fighting is the better choice. So which side are you on? Run or fight, and why? Summed. This next clip is about a woman who just lost her stepdad, and she's been documenting the strange things that have started happening around her mom's house. What makes it such a big deal for her is the unsettling pattern she's noticed over the years. Every time they lose a loved one, electronics connected to that person, either something they bought or something they loved, starts to malfunction. In her own words, it's never just random. When her grandmother passed that same day, multiple devices turned on and off all at once, far too many to be brushed off as coincidence. And now, after her stepdad's passing, something similar is happening again. Watch this.
Is that you, Bill? Yes? No? Bill?
Can you get closer?
Is that you? Baby, is that you? Turn it on and off again. Bill?
Duncan, you can hear me. Go back on the stage.
Is that you coming through there? I love you. Come back on. There you go. Bill? Maxie? Are you together? Yes? Come back on.
No news on this. We're keeping them down there when we get back control of the ship.
Once for yes, Bill. Yes? Is Max with you? Once, yes? Where's Maxie? With you? Bill? Are you there? Turn it off again. Bill? Is Max with you? Are you gone? Found something you can get up, come on and off with, huh?
It raises the question, when people pass on, do both the living and the non-living somehow know? Could this be her stepdad trying to reach out through the only way he can? Or is it all just coincidence wrapped in grief? What unsettles her most is that her parents had this particular lamp for years, and it never flickered once, until the very day her stepdad passed. She still doesn't have a convincing explanation, so to her, it's still one big mystery. Now, in this next clip, the popular ghost hunter Ian, also known as the Midwest Ghost Hunter, went to explore a cemetery near Timberlake Road when this happened.
Oh God, what was that? I just freaking heard something move through the water. Whatever it was. All right, get me out of here. Get me out of here. Whatever that was terrifying. Dude, something just like freaking hissed at me from over there. It did not sound human, whatever it was. I don't care what anyone says about me. Chickening out, I am not going back over there.
Shaken, he left that area and headed in another direction to conduct a session with his spirit box, determined to confirm the rumors about this place. The legend tells of a woman who lost her entire family in a single day while she was away searching for food, and the spirits of her loved ones are said to linger there still. Many have seen phantom hounds with glowing eyes darting through the trees, shadowy figures watching silently from the woods, and in the small cemetery nearby, countless claims of ghostly children playing among the gravestones. With his spirit box, Ian got a terrifying response. Watch.
What is the name of your family? We all died. That's what this just said. It just sounded like either we are all dead or we all died. I am so sorry. Is the mother that hung herself, is she out here? Could you speak to me and tell me why you're still here? Oh my God, that was freaking disturbing. That sounded like a woman crying on there.
The responses he got only made Ian more determined to investigate further, but it also left viewers wrestling with an unsettling question. Is it only those who suffer tragic, violent deaths who remain as spirits in our world? If so, how do we explain those who claim to see the presence of loved ones who pass peacefully, without pain? Or perhaps it's not about how one dies at all. Maybe no one truly leaves after death. Maybe we all remain here in some form, drifting through the same world as the living, brushing past each other now and then, only occasionally felt or seen. For more haunting videos including Ian, subscribe to the channel now. In the following video, a woman who goes by the nickname Bulldog Mom is in her kitchen, casually watching a Mr. Balance story on her phone when she hears her daughter shouting in the living room. Watch.
outside.
What's disturbing about this is that the noise only happens when she's home alone and never when friends or family are around. When she posted the clip online, viewers jumped in with theories. Some suggested it might be a spirit trying to communicate. Others urged her to dig into the house's history, just in case something traumatic ever occurred there that left an imprint. But here's the creepy part. There's no pattern and no timing, just these random bursts of noise. She has reached out to a medium in hopes of getting some answers about if there's a spirit present and what exactly it wants. Until then, she's keeping her phone close, in case the noises return. This next clip was recorded around 3 a.m. when Kurhaz's young daughter suddenly wakes up, and what follows is hard to explain. Have a look.
It ain't nothing, baby. It's a dirty hand.
No!
See? No! It's the cover, look. It's the cover.
No!
You come to mommy?
No, no, no.
It's dirty hand. It's my hand.
The little girl looks terrified, and she's staring at something no one else can see. She says she feels something touching her, but there's no one there. According to Kurhaz, this has been happening for weeks now. Every time around 3 a.m., her daughter wakes up terrified, unable to speak clearly, shaking and clutching her arms like she's being grabbed, and it doesn't end quickly. On this particular night, it lasted until 9:45 a.m., and she wouldn't eat, wouldn't drink, wouldn't sleep, and neither could her parents. Kurhaz writes, "As a mom, it's so hard to hold it together when something like this happens. They've taken her to several doctors, but every medical test comes back normal with no physical symptoms or psychological diagnosis. But here's where it gets even more unsettling. A neighbor mentioned something that made all this make sense. Apparently, the land their home was built on used to house an old orphanage that burned down over a century ago. Several children were trapped inside and never made it out. And now, every night at 3 a.m., her daughter seems to respond to something only she can see. It's as though a presence is reaching out to her, another child perhaps, who didn't want to be alone. Kurhaz contacted their family priest, and they performed a spiritual bath and house cleansing. Since then, things have been quiet. Just like the last clip, in this next video, Chandler is folding clothes when she hears her daughter, Nellie, yelling from the living room and arguing with someone. Thinking her little girl was just playing pretend again, she goes to check, only to find this. Nellie is yelling at someone or something, insisting it isn't their turn on the swing. But here's the disturbing part. They were completely alone in the house, and what started as a harmless outburst quickly spiraled. Nellie broke down crying uncontrollably, that Chandler had to drop her phone and rush to comfort her, but it took hours before the little girl could calm down. Even then, she kept pointing at different corners of the room, screaming, "No!" at something no one else could see. After finally falling asleep, Chandler reviewed the footage and shared it online. That's when viewers noticed something unsettling. Nellie didn't just fall. It looked like she was pushed. Chandler still doesn't know what her daughter saw that day, but Nellie hasn't played in that room since. Whatever she was pointing at, it made her cry like she was being warned, or worse, threatened. And if she really was pushed, it raises a darker possibility. Maybe it wasn't just a tantrum, and maybe something wanted her off that swing. But like other videos, I'll let you decide. In this next video, Silva is winding down for the night after hosting a small girls' night with her friends. The house is quiet, everyone's asleep, and she's doing a final sweep, switching off lights, powering down devices, and clearing up a few things before heading to bed. But then this happens.
Oh my god. No les miento. No hay nada prendido. Like, the TV's off. The computer's off. That phone is off. ¿Y si oyeron? No se oía. Les voy a enseñar acá. Like, everything is off in here too. The kitchen, la idea está abierta porque la dejé abierta. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Even though every device was turned off, the TV, the speakers, even the phone, she could hear voices that sounded like someone was speaking. On the television, that was clearly powered down. So where was the sound coming from? Some viewers suggest it's the mirrors that are amplifying or even channeling energy from another realm, but not everyone buys that, and in Silva's case, it's hard to ignore the possibility. She later revealed this wasn't the first time strange things have happened in her home, and that she's been haunted for nearly 3 years. So while many urge her to move, she claims the presence in her home doesn't feel hostile, and that being haunted is just part of her routine now. But here's the question, can someone really get used to being haunted? I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. If there's one thing that's helped prove the paranormal exists, it's cameras. Because while we might blink, turn away, or sleep, cameras never stop watching, and sometimes they catch things we can't explain. Dan had always told his friends there was something off about his house. Doors would slam without warning, lights flicker, but only when he walks past them. And late at night, the sound of someone walking down the hallway, even when he was the only one home. Still, his friends weren't convinced. So one night, before heading to bed, Dan sets up a camera and then this happens. Watch closely. The door doesn't just shut, it slams, with force, and if it had been a draft, the nearby blinds and other things around the area should have moved, but everything else remained perfectly still. Now, combined with all the other bizarre incidents he'd experienced in that house, this footage sealed it for him. He was convinced something was living there, and it wasn't human. The following month, Dan and his family packed up and sold the house. Let's just hope whatever was inside didn't decide to follow them. There's something eerie about buying secondhand items, especially when you don't know where they've been or what they've been through. In this next clip, a man named Luke captures something bizarre happening with his washing machine. For context, he picked it up from a local thrift store a few weeks ago, but ever since bringing it home, he's noticed something isn't quite right. One quiet morning, Luke is on the phone in the living room when he hears an odd sound coming from the laundry area. So he grabs his camera and starts recording. Have a look.
My dryer is not even on and it's doing this noise.
Despite being completely empty and turned off, the machine keeps making this strange noise. What's even stranger is that every time Luke approaches the machine to check it out, especially when he opens the dryer door, the noise intensifies, as if whatever's inside doesn't want to be disturbed. He's had it checked twice by different repair specialists, and both times they said the same thing. The machine is in perfect working condition. So if it's not mechanical, then what is it? Luke is convinced there's something paranormal at play, but some viewers have offered alternative theories ranging from trapped air to magnetic interference. Whatever the truth is, no one really knows, and like many of the videos we've seen, this one remains unsolved. This next video comes from a well-known fitness coach, famous for his intense, no-excuse workouts. But one day, it wasn't the gym that had him sweating, it was something else. On a regular day, while cleaning his house one afternoon, this happens.
Who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters, apparently, because I've made many videos in this house and I have never had any type of ghost activity, meaning can't see nothing, there's nothing to be heard on the thing, because I know sometimes cameras and voice recorders pick up other noises. Check this out. So here I was recording on Riverside. Listen to this. Tell me if you don't think it's spooky. It keeps going after that little clip I showed you. There's no kids in the house. Partner's not doing anything. I think it's time to do a cleansing. Or Ghostbusters. Somebody come get this thing out my house. Ugh.
If you listen closely, you'll hear a strange, unexplainable sound echoing through the house, and it clearly caught him off guard. He immediately stopped recording and reached out to a local ghost hunter, and also scheduled a full house cleansing, just to be safe. When he posted the clip online, many viewers said the sound felt peaceful, like a calm, protective energy, but he's not buying it. As he writes, "Ain't no spirits, good or evil, living in my house." After the cleansing, he hasn't heard anything like it since, and he hopes he never does again. On July 9th, 2025, a ghost hunter named Moxley sets out alone into a forest known for something few dare to even speak of, a haunted underground tunnel. Locals avoid the area entirely, but Moxley decided to explore the forest at night. Over the years, there have been countless reports, sightings of a woman in a red dress, shadow figures weeping, screaming, and most disturbingly, laughing. But no one stays long enough to get answers. He begins by investigating the forest perimeter, calling out to whatever might be there and inviting any presence to respond.
So you were a soldier. What year do you think it is?
Darkness.
Darkness. Can you see me? You see what I'm doing? Can you come and show yourself to me? Show me who you are.
Still hoping to communicate, he steps into the tunnel, but the moment he sets up his gear, everything shifts. He described it as an overwhelming wave of fear, like someone was standing right behind him. But when he turned around, no one was there.
Who's here? That's literally giving me goosebumps. Is there someone here? I'll turn it back again. No, seriously.
Wary of him.
Who have we got to be wary of? Every single time I turn my back. Can you tell me his name? Tell me who you are. Every time I turned my back then, there was a noise behind me like something was moving towards me. Was that you moving around behind me? If it was, can you tell me who you are? Move this camera back a little bit. Last time I was here, you said this was your grave, if I'm correct?
Am I dead?
I can't really answer that one.
Out.
Out. Do you want me to get out? Do you want me to leave? I'll leave if you want me to. This camera keeps losing focus. I tell you what, I'll leave if you want.
Shaken, he went back to the forest and encountered something even stranger, a conversation with a spirit that left him with more questions than answers.
It's been said that you like to scare people out of this place. Last time I was here, I said it earlier, you scared me out of those tunnels. Was there something with the tunnel? You're protecting something down in the family. You're protecting your family. Was your family buried down in the tunnels? I keep saying tunnels, there's just one tunnel. Was that your family's burial ground? Are you happy that they started to plant new trees here? Trying to save the land? Maybe you won't be so angry trying to scare people away. I might come back here and camp right in this spot. Would you be okay with me camping out here?
They killed me.
Right, I got that last time they killed me. Who killed you? Tell me their names. You said that last time I was here, that somebody killed you out here. Tell me their names, tell me your name. Getting that weird feeling like you're being watched. Are you watching me?
Still searching for clarity, Moxley made the bold decision to return to the tunnel, and that's when things took a dark, terrifying turn.
Oh, I can't stand in this.
Will you stay a while?
I can't stay in here for a while. This absolutely stinks. Right, this smells of sulphur. And it just smells of pure death. Can you stay a while? I don't think I'll be staying down here. I'm gonna go back upstairs. I can't cope with this smell. No, I need to go out. What the? What the? What the? What the? You there? You playing with me? Right. No. Let's get out of here. That stunk.
He started smelling sulfur in the air, and as they say, when you smell sulfur, the devil's not far behind. Suddenly, he felt a cold breath brush the back of his neck, but when he turned, there's no one there. This time, he didn't ask questions, he left immediately. Could it have been the woman in red who many say is the guardian of the tunnel? Or is there another explanation for what happened down there? Let me know your thoughts on this one. The following video is about a man named Troy, and the disturbing things that have been happening in his house. Watch this. It's like whatever's in there can't decide what it wants to do. Troy's convinced it's a demon, and honestly, with the growling sounds he's captured, you can understand why. But then again, why would a demon even be in his house in the first place? That's the question that keeps him up at night. Do entities like this just pick random places to attach themselves to? Or is there always a reason people overlook? Whatever's in Troy's home doesn't limit itself to one spot either. It moves. From the living room to the hallway, and even to places he'd least expect. Take a look. Before the crawlspace door was even opened, look closely at the table. Small movements, subtle signs, almost like something was walking around the room restless. All of this has made Troy absolutely certain he's not alone in his own home. Now, people online have plenty of theories. Some believe something must have been buried under the property before the house was built, maybe the spirit of someone disturbed. Others think it's a classic case of a mimic, a malevolent entity pretending to be something harmless until it's not. And then, of course, there are those who believe Troy might have unknowingly invited something in, through objects, rituals, or even emotions like grief or anger. But things got a lot worse when the activity stopped happening only when no one was home. Now, they're seeing things in real time, and it's starting to affect his son too. Watch this. The boy said he saw a face staring at him from inside the crawlspace when the door opened, and that's why he ran to his dad. Right now, Troy's desperate for answers, for guidance on what to do before this escalates any further. So, if you've ever had to deal with something similar, or know what steps might help, drop your thoughts below. You never know. Your advice could be what saves this family. In this next video, a man shares a strange problem he's been dealing with at his shop. Every single morning when he comes in, he finds his occupancy certificate lying on the floor. Everything else in the shop is perfectly fine. Nothing stolen, nothing moved. Just that one frame. He even went as far as securing it in a sturdy frame, thinking maybe a gust of wind was knocking it down. But no. The very next day, same thing. On the floor again. So he decided to check his security footage, hoping it would finally give him an explanation. This is what he saw. Watch.
So we're going to trick them, okay, guys? Because, again, they knocked it down. You'll see in the video they knocked down the window again. So you want to knock down my certificate of occupancy, now you're going to knock down the price of this too. Right? So that's what we're going to do. So we'll see how long it takes us to do it. Or she. Right, or she. Yeah. Oh my God.
Now, he's starting to think maybe whatever's behind this doesn't want him there, or doesn't like what that certificate represents. Some people say it could be a former occupant, still attached to the space and refusing to let anyone else claim it. Others think it's something symbolic, like the spirit's way of rejecting the idea of ownership altogether. Either way, he's out of logical explanations. So what do you think? Is he reading too much into it, or is something really trying to send him a message? Now, in this next video, a lady moves into her grandpa's house after he passed away. It was his final wish for her to live there. But from the moment she stepped inside, she realized the place wasn't quite what she expected. Her grandfather had one of the strangest antique collections imaginable, from old clocks that still ticked without batteries to faded portraits and porcelain dolls that seemed to stare right at you. Out of respect, and maybe a bit of nostalgia, she decided not to get rid of any of them. And for a while, everything seemed fine. Until things started getting weird. Watch this.
This thing just moved.
screaming about the Dallas Cowboys and sticking the fork in this organization. So again, kudos to the Cowboys going on the road, getting a good win. See how we win that moving forward.
Look, there's a saying in golf, there's no pictures on the scorecard. If you're down, you don't care if it's by 5 or it's going to be like, you're just happy that you moved to 2-2. The injury to Parsons, and we don't know anything at this point, he just left by a car with the left shoe off. How do you assess what that is? Feels a lot better if he's not healthy.
That would be, if he's missing any significant time, I mean, he's that better. He's a better player than football.
Oh my God.
The door just moved.
Free personal Suzuki dessert. An entree plus 3 desserts, just $13. That's a sweet deal. There's a lot of involved.
Are you real? You can do it again. I won't watch.
If we're being honest, that's one creepy mannequin. It almost looks like there's someone trapped inside. The face twisted like it's in pain. She has no clue where her grandfather got it from, but she's starting to think keeping it around might have been a mistake. Still, before jumping to conclusions, she wants to be sure she's not imagining things. So, what do you think? Is it all in her head, or is there a possibility that her grandpa might have known more about the mannequin than he let on? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one. In the following video, a few men were burning down an old house on their property, something they'd planned for months and even got permission from the fire department to do. It was raining that day, the air thick with smoke and steam as the fire began to spread through the fragile old wood. Everything seemed normal until they reviewed the footage. Watch this.
Okay. I'm gonna try and walk in and see what it's like. It's pretty good. Oh, it's been down low. You should see it right now. It's amazing. Look through the window. It's like exploding. Hold your breath and go look. Just make sure you can get out because it's pretty cute. It's pretty amazing inside there. Did you look in the doorway?
Yeah, flames are coming out.
No, better not be.
Graham, all of them better be out there. We're out. Oh, my hand's done. Oh, my hand's done. Oh, my hand's done. Yeah, hey, Graham, all of y'all get out.
Woo! It's getting out of hand right now. Hey, the water's dripping off the house is hot. busting the glass out. Look at that. Gee, you hear it?
Right there, through the rising flames, a faint figure can be seen moving, but everyone swears no one was inside when they lit the fire. Some people think it might have been a trick of the smoke or a reflection from the rain. Others believe it could be the spirit of someone who once lived there, finally showing itself as the place was destroyed. A few locals even claim that the house had a dark history, that years ago a man who owned the property disappeared without a trace, and that this might have been his spirit, still bound to the place. Whatever it was, the timing feels too perfect to ignore. So, was it a coincidence? Or did the fire awaken something that was never meant to be disturbed? You decide. Now, in this next video, a man captures something far from ordinary on camera. Watch this.
Leave. Stop. You gotta go. Shh, 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 shh. Calm down. What are you? Stop. Charlie, come on. I don't even know how to explain what I'm seeing. Holy hell.
The hands on the glass suddenly vanish, and with the way the dog is barking, almost like it's warning him, something's definitely not right. But what he shared later made the situation much more disturbing. He says ever since that night, things inside his home haven't been the same. Faint knocks on his bedroom door around 3 a.m., his phone light turning on by itself, and that constant feeling like someone's standing just behind him. Then it got worse. He'd wake up to find his closet door wide open and the same set of handprints on his mirror, pressed deep, as if someone had been standing inside the room watching him sleep. His dog now refuses to enter that side of the house, growling at something unseen every night. He's even tried blessing the place, but it didn't stop. In fact, he says it made the activity more intense, like whatever was there got angry. Now he sleeps with the lights on and avoids looking at that window altogether. So what do you think? Was that a simple reflection gone wrong, or did he accidentally capture something paranormal? In this next clip, the popular ghost hunter Ian continues his exploration of the old Berlin tannery factory, and this time, he makes his way up to the second floor. Locals say this is the most active part of the building, the same place investigators have long believed holds a portal, a gateway between the living and the dead. When Ian reached that floor, he said the air felt heavier and the energy shifted instantly. Watch this.
Sounded like something in there. If there's anyone in there, could you peek out from this doorway? Man, I get a creepy feeling looking in there. What the f was that? Something just went flying. Holy sh! Holy sh! Holy sh!
Without warning, the severed hand prop flies off the table as if it were grabbed by an unseen force.
That table, right there. Oh my god, dude, that's so freaky. Oh god. There's a dude hanging right there. Who just threw this hand? Are you some kind of poltergeist? That came through the portal? Whoa. Why are those moving? Those should not be swinging. Dude, it feels like I'm in a portal right now.
I wonder if this is where it is. Jesus Christ. Could you throw one of these props that are on this table? Throw them wherever you like. How about one of these ones? Oh God. Excuse me. Dead body. Could you move something over here? Oh my gosh. I still can't believe that. Dude, that thing went flying, and I'm pretty sure I caught it on camera. Never did I think I would see a severed hand go flying.
Now, skeptics might call it a draft or the building settling, but there was no open window, no movement, nothing that could have caused that. Some say the second floor is where the worker who died in the factory accident was last seen alive, and his spirit never really left. Others believe it's the portal itself reacting to Ian's presence, warning him to leave before he crosses into something he can't come back from. Whatever it was, Ian said that moment felt different, like he wasn't alone. Now, he's starting to believe the stories about the portal might not be urban legend after all. For more haunting videos including Ian, subscribe to the channel now. The following video is from someone you might actually remember. We've posted one of his clips on this channel before. Back then, it was about a haunted teddy bear he owned. Eventually, he decided to get rid of it and replace it with another one. Same color, same design, but he made sure the original was completely gone. For a while, it seemed like that solved the problem. But here's where it gets unsettling. It's starting to look less like the teddy was the problem, and more like something inside that house has been using the teddy as a way to show itself. For weeks after swapping it out, everything was calm. No movement, no weird noises, nothing. Then, one day, he stepped out of the bathroom and came face to face with this.
Estaba por salir del baño y escuché, claro, una nena feliz. Se acaba de moverme. No sé si lo capté. ¿Y qué es, hijo de puta? Ay, se escuchó un ruido. Se escuchó un paso, no sé qué se escuchó. Deja de usar el oso. ¿Quién carajo sos? ¿Dónde estás? Toda la vida vas a estar así molestándome. Hijo de puta. Quiero que vean que acá no hay nada. Acá no hay nadie. Miren. Fíjense que no hay nada raro. Miren que acá no hay espacio para... Miren. No hay un espacio para nada acá. Está pegado el ras.
As the teddy starts to move, he swears he can hear a faint voice. The voice of a child, whispering and giggling in the background. And that's what makes this whole thing so much creepier. Once the clip went online, people were quick to jump in with their theories. Some say it's proof of a spirit tied to the house itself, latching onto whatever it can to make its presence known. Others think the child's voice is the real clue, maybe connected to something tragic that happened in that home long before he moved in. And of course, there are those who insist it's a hoax, but when he moved the teddy and they realized no one was there and no strings were attached, that argument immediately died down. So what do you think? Is the teddy just a vessel, or is there something darker in that house that doesn't need the toy at all? It just uses it when it wants to. Let me know what you think. The woman in this next video, Susanna, and her husband woke up one night to their cat meowing at the door. That's not unusual, but what happened after was anything but normal. When her husband went to attend to the cat, he noticed the animal just froze, staring into one corner of the hallway like it was seeing something neither of them could. Then, without warning, the cat bolted back into the room and refused to leave. By the time they both went to check what had scared it, the moment was already gone. They didn't think to bring their phones right then, but Susanna later gave a vivid explanation of what happened. Watch this.
And Thomas goes, oh my God, this is so creepy, come in here and look at this. So I get up, I come, I look into his office, and this balloon, right? Okay, hear me out. My birthday was back in June. It was June 21st, and I received this balloon from a family friend, and I'm sentimental, so like I keep things for forever. I'll keep it until it deflates, and then I'll pack it away in my memory box. Don't judge me. But this balloon has been in the corner of our dining room since June 21st, and it has not moved. It was right here in this corner. My birthday banner, or my birthday sash, is still right there too. And again, it has not moved at all since June 21st. And I make a point to look at it every day because I've seen videos on here of balloons being creepy and moving around. What was it, like the Elmo balloon or something that like levitated up the fucking stairs? And the cats are all acting weird. Like you can see Autumn creeping and being all low and sketchy. And this balloon is just floating around even though it hasn't floated around for the last 2.5 months. Please make it make sense. And not it coming right towards me right now. Hello? I just think it's so crazy that it like came from the dining room down our little hallway right here and then into this room. Like why? What is the reason? Oh my God. Where are you going? And I know people are probably gonna be like, oh, are there ACs on? We haven't had our ACs on in 2 weeks. In fact, we started to take out all of our window fans, and we even took the AC out of our bedroom just last night because we just haven't been using it. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, I have goosebumps. This is so weird. I mean, probably just normal balloon activities once it starts to deflate and whatnot, but how bizarre. I just want to see where it's going. What do you think, Barbara? Barbara isn't good. But again, it came from that corner. Are you traveling back to your corner? No? No, okay. So this is how my morning is starting off. Just going to be observing the balloon all day, I suppose.
Her description alone is enough to make your skin crawl. A balloon that had been in the same spot for months suddenly came to life, floating around the house like it had a mind of its own. And not just floating randomly, it moved in this strange, deliberate way, almost lowering itself to slip under the doorway. Think about that for a second. Balloons don't duck to get through door frames. They get stuck, they bump, they hover, but they don't duck. Once might be easy to ignore, but when it happens over and over, it's impossible not to wonder what's really going on. At first, she wondered if there was some logical explanation, something simple they were missing. But the next clip she posted only made things worse. Because right after that strange floating scene, the activity inside her home seemed to intensify, almost like something had been awakened, or maybe something finally found its way into the house. One night, she started hearing footsteps, and this time, she didn't forget her phone. When she followed the sound, she caught something chilling. Watch.
I've been hearing footsteps, and no, it's not my husband. He's not here right now. Obviously, living in a house this old, quite used to hearing noises all the time, but I swear the noises are so much extra tonight. Especially upstairs, which is obvious. It's always up here. That's crazy. Thank God that's still locked. Could you imagine? We're just going to turn off my lights together, and we are going to bring my ass back downstairs for the night. And yes, I always leave lights on up here, because if I need to come up here quickly because I hear something, I'm not coming up here in the dark.
If you look closely, that chair rocked back and forth by itself, but the second she stepped closer, it stopped completely, as though whatever was behind it didn't want to be caught in the act. Add in the faint, almost whisper-like noises in the background, and the whole thing feels creepier. But here's where viewers lost their minds. Her collection of dolls, right there in her house, sitting eerily still while all this chaos unfolded. Some were quick to point fingers at them. One wrote, "That's not a haunting, that's an open invitation." Another said, "Those dolls aren't decoration, they're vessels. Get rid of them before it gets worse." A few even swore that the dolls themselves seemed to move between her different videos, and just when people thought it couldn't get creepier, Susanna uploaded another video that really pushed people over the edge.
I swear I just heard footsteps upstairs.
This time, it wasn't just objects moving. You can hear the slow creaking sound of footsteps, almost like someone else was walking in the room with her. And then, the orbs around the dolls, almost like the energy was drawn there. For some, this was proof that the dolls weren't just background props, but the very center of the activity. Susanna and her husband, though, don't seem scared. If anything, they've grown strangely comfortable with it. They've made peace with the fact that their house might be haunted, even telling friends about it with a weird sort of pride. To them, it's not threatening, just odd, mysterious, and even a little fascinating. Imagine most couples talking at dinner about bills, weekend plans, or what to watch on Netflix. This couple? Their conversations revolve around who's gonna check out the next unexplained footstep, why the chair only moves when no one's watching, and whether the balloon is really just a balloon at all. And it's not limited to nighttime either. Even during her daily routines, Susanna continues to capture bizarre things.
You know, redoing our bathroom upstairs so that way I have my own private girly bathroom all to myself was such a great idea in hindsight until I have to come up here at 5 a.m. to do my skincare, and I'm greeted with these vibes. Coming up to my bathroom. Just not really sure how I feel about the situation. Yeah. But the gang is all accounted for and Susanna is chill, so that is good, I suppose. Amelia, please. I did switch these two rooms around and reverse them, so hopefully the gang is okay with their new location. Susanna, please. But for now, I will just be in my haunted bathroom, doing my morning routine. Oh, hell no. Oh, absolutely not. Oh my god. Nor. Okay. Okay.
If you listen closely, right after she says, "coming up to my bathroom," a voice cuts through the audio. Some say it sounds like a woman, others say it's a man. Either way, it's not hers. Susanna doesn't seem too rattled by the voice itself, but what really unsettled her was what came after, finding her attic door unlocked. Now, anyone who's watched her videos knows that door is always locked. They make sure of it, because whatever is in that attic isn't what they can deal with.
We're not going upstairs right now, Susanna.
In the daytime, trying to work up her courage, Susanna decides to check it out. But even then, she ties a rope to the attic door before climbing up, just in case it slams shut while she's inside. Think about how terrifying that must feel, to take precautions just to step into your own attic. Whatever's hiding in that attic, it hasn't shown itself fully yet, but with the way things have been escalating, it feels like it's only a matter of time. Now, this next clip was captured when a group of explorers decided to visit an old cemetery that had a reputation for being different. The locals always warned people to stay away after dark, claiming strange noises could be heard echoing through the trees, cries, laughter, and even the sound of someone dragging chains along the ground. Some say the cemetery was built on top of an older burial ground, one where graves had been disturbed long ago. But the strangest legend tied to this place is about a child who was buried with a small wooden stool. According to the story, the stool was placed in the grave so the child could rest their feet in the afterlife. a gesture of comfort from grieving parents who believed their spirit should never stand tired. But over the years, visitors claimed to see the stool moving on its own across the cemetery, as if the child's ghost was still searching for a place to sit, and anyone unlucky enough to see it was warned that they were already too close. So when these explorers stepped inside, it didn't take long before things got weird. Watch this.
Bien, 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 se volvió a mover. Se volvió a mover, amigos. ¿Cómo te llamas? Solamente quiero que lo muevas otra vez. Muévelo. Bien, amigos, bien, 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 bien. Me voy a acercar, amigos, me voy a acercar poco a poco. Me voy a acercar poco a poco, bien, bien, bien. Bien, 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 nos lo puso, bien, bien, bien. Uy, no manchen, no manchen. Hola. Dice que te sientes en el banco. A la madre, ¿qué fue eso? ¿Qué fue eso?
The stool suddenly began to move on its own, and the moment one of them tried to get closer, it slid across the ground with such force that everyone froze in shock. That's when it sank in. Whatever was here clearly wasn't happy to have visitors. At this point, most people would have taken the hint and left, but these guys didn't. Instead, they pushed forward, determined to explore the rest of the cemetery. And not long after, they caught something else. Another sign they weren't welcome. Watch this.
¿Vieron la botella? ¿Vieron la botella? ¿La vieron? Si estás aquí, manifiéstate. Escucho algo. Escucho algo. ¿Hola? Mira, se cayó, se cayó, se cayó, se cayó, se cayó. Al mismo tiempo, amigos, al mismo tiempo, mira alguien ahí al fondo. Buenas noches. ¡Ay, Dios! ¡Ay, Dios! ¡Ay, Dios! No, 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 no. ¿Qué es eso? ¿Hola? Ay. ¿Quién eres? Ven, 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 ven. ¿Hay alguien aquí? ¿Hay alguien aquí? Hola?
By now, the atmosphere had shifted completely. The explorers admitted they felt watched, like dozens of unseen eyes were following every step they took. They realized that hanging around in the Palace of the Dead was more dangerous than they thought. As they were about to leave, they noticed a building standing far from the graves. It looked abandoned, run down, and they assumed maybe it wasn't tied to the same energy as the cemetery. But once they stepped inside, they quickly realized that whatever had been trying to drive them out was here too. Watch this.
Hola? Uy, ¿qué fue eso? ¿Qué fue eso? ¿Hay alguien ahí? Escuchen, escuchen, escuchen. ¿Alguien está aquí? Uy. Ay, Dios. Les voy a poner luz blanca solamente para que la vean. Vean nomás. Vean nomás. Ay, no manchen, no manchen, no manchen. Uy. ¿Hay alguien ahí? ¡A la madre! Acaba de dar vueltas, amigos, acaba de dar vueltas. Dio vueltas, se lo juro que acaba de dar vueltas. Acaba de dar vueltas, amigos, se lo juro que acaba de dar vueltas eso. ¿Te encuentras en este lugar?
Something was in that building, and it didn't want them there either. After that final encounter, they left and never returned. To this day, no one can say for sure what was behind all the strange movements. Was it the soul of a child with that infamous stool, or perhaps the spirits of the disturbed graves finally pushing back against trespassers? Whatever the case may be, this one still remains a mystery. The following clip is about a lady named Jeanette who had only just moved into her new apartment. But after she settled in, something deeply unsettling happened. Watch this.
Can I help you?
Remember? We're friends.
No, I don't remember. Please get out. Please get out of my apartment. Please get out of my apartment.
Now, there are probably several questions running through your mind right now, like, who exactly is that man, and how did he get inside without her noticing? Some might even be wondering why her phone just happened to be on the floor recording when it all happened. There's been a lot of debate about this footage. Some say the man was a ghost, that Jeanette accidentally captured paranormal evidence on camera. Others suggest she needs to dig into the history of the apartment, wondering if he could have been a past tenant. But in the eyes of skeptics, it's much simpler. They think she should just start locking her doors and windows, claiming it was nothing more than an intruder. And for those questioning the phone recording, she actually had it running before all this happened, filming herself dancing. At the start of the clip, many viewers say the man can be heard whispering, "Remember? We're friends," while Jeanette responds in panic, No, I don't remember." She was clearly terrified. But the next time it happened, she wasn't alone. Watch this.
What? I saw a man in your bedroom. You saw a man in my bedroom? Yeah.
He was right there between the green table and the bed, against the wall like this.
No.
Oh my God.
Tell me how I saw someone.
This time, they called the police, and while officers searched the apartment, they heard scratching sounds coming from the wall adjacent to the room, but no one was found. And then came the incident that nearly broke her. To this day, Jeanette still can't explain the handprints that suddenly appeared on her bed. You'll notice them right after she grabs the pepper spray. So, was this the work of an intruder hiding in plain sight? Or was Jeanette dealing with something far worse? You decide. In this next clip, a man grew tired of hearing his 2-year-old daughter constantly claim that there's a ghost in their house. An idea he's far from comfortable with, because according to him, the only ghost allowed under his roof is the Holy Ghost. One evening, curiosity got the better of him, so he picked up his phone and decided to follow his daughter as she walked through the house, pointing out exactly where she claimed the ghost was. Have a look.
Ghost.
Right there.
Right where?
Right there.
Come here and show me. Where's the ghost at? I don't see nothing.
Right there.
Go find it.
I have the
Come on, show me. Hold my hand.
ghost.
Where's the ghost?
Right there.
Right where?
Right there.
Okay, say bye, ghost.
Bye, ghost.
Okay.
At first glance, he doesn't see anything. No shadowy figure, no movement, and he doesn't even feel any negative energy either. which makes him hope this is all just the wild imagination of a curious toddler. But here's the part that makes things unsettling. For days leading up to this, his daughter has been oddly specific. She doesn't just say ghost. She points to the same corner of the living room, or waves toward the hallway when no one's there. Sometimes she even greets it with a cheerful hi, and if you've ever been around little kids, you know how convincing they can be when they're certain about something. That's why some viewers believe that children, being more innocent and unfiltered, may be more sensitive to energies or presences that adults can't perceive. So, is this a child's imagination running wild? Or is his daughter actually seeing something her father cannot? In this next clip, a family was having a random conversation one night when suddenly they heard something. Watch.
No, they're gone.
When
They took my tubes out. I have no fallopian tubes.
I think the year my mom passed, I had like maybe 4 cycles that year, and that was it. I know you heard that shit. Just said that.
I heard that too.
Said hello?
Huh?
Oh. No. That's what I thought it was you earlier talking on the damn camera.
I heard that too. I didn't know what it said, but I heard it.
Hello.
Hold on. Was it in here? Out there?
I don't know. It was over here
I'm
somewhere.
going home, kids, load up. Was it in here or over there?
We don't know. That's why we walked over there. It was a female voice. Hello?
I heard it too.
What?
Look at your phone. Is your phone on?
Oh, sorry. Not mine, not my watch.
So someone said hello?
Yes. It was a female voice.
You needed that big. I heard it on the camera. Did you hear it?
See? See, you didn't. Did you hear that?
On the camera.
I did hear it that time.
Goodbye.
Mom, I'll kick your ass to next week.
What's
No.
up, son?
It said hello, goodbye. Goodbye. Bye.
It didn't say goodbye.
No, I'm saying goodbye.
Oh,
Bye.
I'm like,
According to the mother of the house, all of this began after a series of heartbreaking losses. First her little girl, then her mom and dad. And ever since, strange things have been happening. After this first recording, their Ring camera started sending them several person-detected notifications. Then, one night around 11 p.m., she was still awake watching TV when another alert came through. She stepped outside to check, and this happened.
Look, no, I thought camera 8 was connected to camera, like, over here. 4, 3, 2, but it's not. So that would explain a lot of deaths that I've had. I completely, oh my gosh, he's moving fast, actually. Oh my gosh, dude, he's moving so fast. Okay, play audio here. Dude, hold on, I gotta close this. Then, oh my gosh, dude, wait, why is it? Yeah, no, he might actually kill me, dude. I don't know. No, there we go. Oh man, imagine dying with cheat codes on. That'd be a challenge in itself right there. 6 a.m. you dead. Alright, let's see. It will not. What? Huh? What kind of bear is that? Wait, what kind of bear is that I just thought?
This time, she swears she hears a voice say hi, and it's starting to unsettle everyone in the family. But that wasn't the only thing. Later that same night, she caught something even more unsettling. Listen carefully.
Like, if the Chicos are active, then this won't count. Yeah, like they're active. Except for camera 7? Huh? It goes to camera 8. Dude, what is this lineup?
According to her, it was a laugh, and at this point, she was already getting confused, because if it were her mom or one of the loved ones she lost, a hello or a hi could make sense, but laughter? Why would they be laughing? Some viewers speculate that laughter is rarely a comforting sign in the paranormal, often linked to mocking or deceptive spirits pretending to be something they're not. Others believe it could still be a family member trying to lighten the mood in the only way they knew how. She's certain it didn't come from the TV, and the next time it happened, there wasn't even a TV on. It was during the day when her son had just woken up from an afternoon nap. Watch this.
I'm going to talk to you. This is you. I got home. Yeah. Home. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. But don't listen to me. Don't listen. Listen, boy. You wanna listen? Stop the boy. You wanna listen? You wanna whooping shit for you? You wanna freak out? Well, you. Wait, Ghostman. Ghostman. Ghostman, you say yes. Your eyes stupid. You don't like you anyway. You struggling ghost. I'm going to talk to you after you go to bed. So I'm here so I can see you. Tell you pants. But after you when listen to me. After you ghost, I'll be okay. I'm gonna beat you up. Cause if you don't be quiet now. Okay. Don't be quiet. Don't be quiet.
If you listen closely, you'll hear a man's voice, responding to the boy, and yes, she's asked him what this man looks like. According to her son, he has gauge eyes and is dark. Strangely, that description doesn't match her father or anyone she's lost, so now her concern has turned into real fear. But it didn't stop at voices. The activity grew more physical and more aggressive. Plates sliding across counters, chairs dragging on their own, and once, an entire cabinet door swinging shut with enough force to make everyone in the kitchen scream. One evening, while preparing dinner, this happened.
It's dinner time! Now go outside. The lady said she don't want peas. Go outside. You're right. I don't want broccoli. I have this.
She has no idea who or what has taken root in her home, and she still can't figure out if it is her family trying to reach out, or it's something else feeding on their grief and using it as a way inside. So for now, this case remains unsolved, and we can only hope things don't get worse. This next clip is a perfect example of when ghost hunting goes terribly wrong. David and a few other explorers decided to investigate an abandoned cemetery late at night, the kind of place where silence feels heavier than it should. Have a look.
Alright, so out here, Polk City Cemetery, not exactly known for being haunted, but we brave adventurers out here. Honestly, kind of creepy, but we were up there on the mausoleum using a Ouija board a little bit ago, and honestly, starting to get a really weird fucking vibe from it, but... Oh.
What's the craziest way to be welcomed in a cemetery? For David and his crew, it was the gate itself swinging open on its own. Now, that might not sound like much at first, but think about it. This gate was stiff and heavy, the kind you'd normally struggle to push open even with both hands. And yet, it moved slowly, as though something on the other side was inviting them in. To make it even creepier, the gate hadn't budged when they first arrived. It stayed still and silent, but the moment they were about to enter, it opened. Some people say cemeteries are places of rest, but others believe the spirits trapped there are always looking for a way to make themselves known. So let me ask you, if a cemetery gate opened itself like that, in the dead of night, would you still step inside? Or would you take it as a warning to turn back? This next clip was captured by Donna Ayres on December 12, 2014, during what seemed like an ordinary day at home. At first, it looked harmless. A single coin shifting slightly on its own, like maybe there was a breeze in the room, or perhaps the table wasn't completely level. But soon, Donna realized something was very wrong. Watch this.
Guys, I just thought I'd put you back on. That coin seems to like me very much because it just won't stop. It seems to be it's just doing its own shit. And you've got to see this. It is freezing, by the way, on where I'm stood, and I can hear. You wouldn't believe me if I said, because you'll think I'm losing the plot. I'm not. How is this possible? Guys, you've got to be seeing this. Who are you? What do you want? Are you restless? What do you want? Why won't you leave me alone? What is it you're trying to tell me? Guys, you're seeing this, aren't you? This is ridiculous. Guys, this is ridiculous. Why you? No, sorry guys, but I'm just coming in here. That coin just f***ing flew at me, right at me. Something. I don't know if it's because I have a Ouija board now and I'm egging this spirit on, but it's getting very violent, very. I'm just going to upload this footage now, guys, because there's too much happening now.
The terrifying part was when the coin didn't just slide, it flew straight toward her, as if thrown by an unseen hand. Startled and shaken, she admitted something that many viewers were already suspecting. Maybe it had something to do with the Ouija board she'd been using earlier. Maybe she had unknowingly invited something in, something restless. Or worse, something angry. She uploaded the footage almost immediately, hoping for answers before things escalated further, but even now, Donna says she's still looking for other opinions about what really happened that day. So what do you think? Was this a case of poltergeist activity tied to the Ouija board, or could there be another explanation? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one. The following video was captured by a woman about 3 years ago, back in 2022. She was walking around her house after hearing strange noises coming from downstairs, and at the time she thought nothing of it. It wasn't until recently, when she was transferring old files from her phone to her new laptop, that she stumbled on this clip again and noticed something she had completely missed the first time. Watch this. Aside from the tapping sounds and low groans, which were the main reason she started filming, there's something else. If you look closely near the stairs, you'll see a shadow figure moving, and you can even hear faint footsteps that seem to match. At first, she thought maybe it was an intruder, but that theory quickly fell apart when she remembered the other strange things that had been happening in that house. Doors creaking open, and a constant smell of burnt wood that would appear out of nowhere. Some say it could be the spirit of the house's original owner still pacing the halls. Others think it's something far darker, a shadow entity feeding off her fear, revealing itself only when she's alone. So what do you think? Was it the house remembering its past? Or something that never left at all? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one. Now, a woman named Gabby who shared this next video had twins, 2 beautiful girls, but sadly, one of them passed away shortly after birth. Ever since then, strange things have been happening in her home, and lately, they've been centered around her surviving daughter, Regina. The part that worries her most is how everything becomes more intense and unignorable around the twins' birthday, as if something's trying to make its presence known. Watch this.
Se acerca su cumpleaños y me siento muy nostálgica.
Regina.
Contexto: Regina es gemela, y yo siempre quise creer que era su hermanita que de alguna manera venía a jugar con ella. Me dicen tantas cosas que no sé qué creer y qué no.
Ven para acá, vente. Vámonos. Vente, vamos a ver la tele con las niñas. Vamos a ver.
No la dejamos jugar en el pasillo, pero literalmente ella jugaba y perseguía a alguien.
Salgas. Ven, Regi, vente para acá, mi amor.
Termino enojada porque no la deje estar ahí.
What do you even do when your child starts behaving like this? Talking to thin air, giggling at empty corners, and getting visibly angry when you try to tell her to stop playing with someone who isn't there. Some people might say it's normal for children to have imaginary friends, but Gabby says it doesn't feel like imagination. There's something about the way Regina's tone changes, or how her eyes seem to follow something moving across the room, something invisible to everyone else. At first, Gabby believed that maybe her daughter was communicating with her twin, the one she lost. It even brought her some comfort, but that changed quickly when people online started warning her that this might not be the case at all, that what she thought was a comforting presence could be something dangerous. And it wasn't long before Gabby saw something that made her believe them. Watch this.
Cuando estaba grabando, no me di cuenta de las veces que Regina me apuntaba al closet.
Ya vamos a dormirnos, ¿ok? Dame el cepillo. Dame el cepillo, ya.
Y justo cuando vuelve a apuntar, sin voltear a ver, pasó esto.
Vamos a mimir, mi amor. Pásate a tu camita, mi vida. Señora, ya nos vamos a dormir, ¿eh? ¿Dónde te vas a dormir?
Y seguía diciendo.
No, qué máquina. No. ¿Dónde te vas a dormir? Mira, tu camita están de okis los monos. Ay, Regina.
Quienes nos siguen saben que ella desde que tenía meses de nacida ve a alguien.
Señora, ya nos vamos a dormir, ¿eh? ¿Dónde te vas a dormir? No, que no. No, qué máquina.
After this video, everything suddenly started making sense. Regina had always been pointing at the closet, whispering to it, waving, even bringing toys there and talking like someone was playing with her. For the longest time, Gabby thought it was innocent, maybe even a spiritual connection between twins. But after what she saw in that clip, she started putting the pieces together, wondering if whatever was in their house had found a way to reach her daughter, using the face of someone she loved. Now, Gabby's sure this isn't her late child, but one of her videos went viral because viewers claimed she was the one walking past the hallway, not a spirit, but Gabby quickly cleared that up with another recording. Take a look.
Por el tamaño también sé que no son mis hijas. Cuando voy a grabar la máquina que limpia me muevo hacia adelante.
And if you watch closely, you'll notice Regina's face. The confusion, the fear, that's not a child pretending, that's genuine terror. Someone or something else is in that house, but what's even stranger is how it behaves. Watch.
Por estar viendo a Regina a través del teléfono no veo en el momento lo que pasa.
It never attacks, it never speaks, it just moves quietly, and for some reason only interacts with Regina. It might be that the spirit is trying to earn her trust, appearing harmless before revealing its true intentions, or the house holds something older, something that attaches itself, and right now, Regina is its focus. But I'll leave this for you to be the judge. Is it a guardian in disguise, or a parasite waiting to feed? You decide.